guys, I'm back. You're in my cupboard at the moment in the kitchen because I want to do like a little talk about food. Now, I've been asked before by a few people actually to do a food haul. I personally don't watch food hauls. I know a few people who I'm subscribed to do food hauls and they're very popular, but it's just something that I personally don't really watch because I'm such a fussy eater. I don't really get anything out of them, and I don't tend to buy anything particularly interesting. Plus, we tend to shop on a monthly basis in our house because it's cheaper, so we'll go out just after payday. We've got a chest freezer and we will just spend like £200 on food, but that will last us all the month. Not just food, but you know, like household stuff as well. So I never really do food hauls, but being as I'm back into Weight Watchers, I wanted to kind of show you guys some sort of low foods that are not necessarily so good for you, but that you can have. Now, before I start, I want to just say I do the old style Weight Watchers. I don't do Pro Points or Plus Points or anything like that. I do the original point system, and I find that actually to be the easiest. Basically, you have a certain number of points. If you don't eat all your points on one day, you can save them for the next day. Same as if you eat more than you're supposed to, you can take them off the next day. As long as you've eaten all your points for the end of the week, you're fine. I currently have 28 points a day. I don't always eat them all, so then I will save them for the next day. It's great if you've got a night out or if you want to have a takeaway one night or something, because you can just kind of save them up. Also, if you do exercise, you earn extra points. The only thing you do have to do is you have to eat your points. If you don't eat your points, you won't lose weight. So that is pretty much it. But I'm just going to show you some basic stuff that you can have. So first thing I'm going to show you is jelly. Now, I'm not a massive jelly fan, but I buy it because Mark and Emmy love it, so I can sort of work it out for you. 1/4 of a jelly is 94 calories and no fat. So for 1/4 of this jelly is only going to be about 1 point, which is absolutely amazing. You could have a big bowl of jelly for 1 point and it will crave your sweet tooth, which is awesome. Another thing you can have it with is meringue nests. Now, I love these things. I'll just show you what they, in case you don't know what they are. A meringue nest is basically egg white and sugar, and they look like this, and they're crispy. Meringue nests are ½ point each. I've only got 2 left. They're only ½ point each, which is brilliant. So what I tend to do is I have 2, if I'm in a really sweet mood or I want a dessert or something, I'll have 2 meringue nests, which is 1 point, and then I'll have 2 of these Light Choices chocolate mousses from Tesco. You can get different brands. Now, I worked these out. These are 1½ points each. So it's 3 points for your 2 chocolate mousses and then 1 point for your 2 meringues. So it's only 4 points for a dessert, which is amazing. When you get 28 points a day, that's really, really good. Another thing that I eat a lot of are Curly Wurlies. I adore Curly Wurlies, and these are only 2 points, which is brilliant because you do get, I mean, I know they're thin, but you do get a lot of chocolate in a Curly Wurly. And if you've got a real sweet craving and you fancy something naughty, excuse me, you can just go and grab one of these and they're only 2 points. So you could even have your meringue with 2 of these and you could break up a Curly Wurly over it and that'd only be 6 points. So I love Curly Wurlies. I got some of these from Farm Foods. I don't know what I'm going to do if they stop making them. Transformer snacks. Now, I used to get the little packets when I was younger, but these are like the bigger packets. These are only 1½ points a packet, and these are spicy, but they're not that spicy. I don't like spicy food, but these are really, really nice, and like I said, only 1½ points per packet. Or if you wanted something different, you could get Snacker Jacks. I only eat the salt and vinegar ones. I used to love the cheesy ones, like the big ones, but they've changed the flavour and they're not as nice now. But yeah, Snacker Jacks are also only 1½ points per pack. Another thing that I eat, this is mainly a breakfast thing, I eat Belvita biscuits. Now, because I'm not a big breakfast fan, plus I have to be at work for 7, I can't force myself to eat breakfast that early in the morning. So what I will normally do is take a pack of these. You get four biscuits in one of these packs. And they are a breakfast thing. They are milk and cereals. And they do recommend that you can have these for breakfast. Now these biscuits are 1 point per biscuit, so you're looking at 4 points for one of these, which you think might sound quite high, but it's your breakfast. So if you were going to have, like if I was going to have toast with spread on, bread, a medium slice of bread is 1 point. So you'd have 2 points for your bread, and then you'd have your spread. So you're probably looking at about 3 points just for 2 little pieces of toast. Or you could have cereal, but it's your milk. Your milk intake is what makes your points go up. So I think 4 points for a breakfast is pretty good. I'll also get those, these cereal to go pots, and I just got a special K on. I think these were at 23p at work. And these are only 114 kcal per pot. So without the milk, one of these is about maybe 1.5 points. They're very, very low. And at work the other day I had one of these with a Muller Light toffee yoghurt. They are only 1 point, Muller Light toffee yoghurts, which is amazing because they taste so good. But I mixed the Muller yoghurt with this, so it was only about 2, maybe 2.5 points for this for breakfast, which is amazing, and it filled me up all day. I actually bought some Muller Light yoghurts today from Tesco because they were on offer. But 6 full-size ones were like £1.79, so I've got 3 vanilla, 3 toffee, and again they're only like they're either 1 or 1.5 points. They're very, very low, so they're also another good snack thing. I think that's about all I've got to show you guys. I can show you things like Walker's Crisps. I bought a multi-pack today because Imi loves Walker's Crisps. These are in a multi-pack, so they're the smaller bags, but these are 2 points a pack, so even these aren't too bad if you just fancy some crisps. What else have I got? I've got Quavers up there for Imi. They're 2 points. Most crisps, especially like wheat-based ones, are 1.5 to 2 points. The ones that are more oily, like you can get McCoy's or like the Walker's Ridged ones, they're probably about 2.5 to 3 points because of the amount of oil that's in them. Whereas Walker's Baked are only 1.5, and I love plain Walker's Baked. They are so amazing. I haven't really got anything else in here. Things like this are good. I buy all stuff like this for Imi. I get it all from Farm Foods for £1. So little bags of chocolate fingers or little bags of animals. These are 2 points each, which you don't get many. You only get about 7 animal biscuits in here, but again it's just a nice little snack if you fancy a little bit of sweetness with your dinner. You can have one of these. I'm also going to start getting into jacket potatoes. I've never been a massive jacket potato fan, but watching Elaine 12 Jones has kind of made me get into jacket potatoes, because she's always going on about how for dinner she's had a jacket potato at work and that, and I keep thinking, well, I want a jacket potato now. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to do what she does. And I've never cooked a jacket potato in my life because I don't normally eat them, but I know you just like stab it and bung it in the oven. So what I'm going to start doing is cooking about 6 at a time, and then I'm either going to freeze them or I'm going to put them in the fridge. What I might do is say freeze 2 of them, eat 1, and put 3 in the freezer. But the ones I'm going to put in the freezer, I'm going to pre-cut them and put like a little bit of cheese or something on, because all I ever eat in jacket potatoes is cheese, or not butter, but you know, spread anyway. What else? I don't really have anything else that I can show you. Oh, diet drinks. I live on this stuff. I live on this. This is pretty much all I drink. And it says it's like made with real beer, but I could probably drink like 12 of these in one day and it wouldn't do anything to me, because it's a very, very tiny amount of beer. I mean, kids buy this stuff, so it's not that bad. But because it's no added sugar, these are free on Weight Watchers. They are they're 10 kcal, because with Weight Watchers you go by kcals and saturated fat. These are 10 kcal and no saturated fat, so these are free. So I live on those, or Diet 7-Up I sometimes buy when it's like a 4-pack for £1, I'll buy them. Things like Coke and Lucozade, you know, full fat drinks, the best way to remember it is they are 1 point per 100ml. So if you get a 500ml bottle of Coke, it's going to be 5 points. If you get a 2 litre bottle of Coke, it's going to be 20 points. This is why I don't tend to, if I'm in real need of sugar, like today, I've got a big bottle of Lucozade today, which I'm drinking, which is 1 litre, so it's 10 points, but I've hardly eaten today, and I'm feeling a bit there today, a bit under the weather. Well, not under the weather, I feel fine, I just feel a bit there and can't really be bothered to eat. So when I'm in that sort of frame of mind, I tend to drink Lucozade, and like I said, that's 10 points, but I'm drinking it all through the day, and I'm not like eating loads of food, so it's not too bad. Another thing that I make a lot, I love egg mayo or egg salad cream, because Tesco started selling egg salad cream and it's amazing. A normal sized egg, like, a bit noisy, like this is what I call a medium egg. These are 2 points each. So when I make egg salad cream, I use 6 eggs at a time, which is 12 points, and then I use about 4 tablespoons of salad cream or light mayo. Now, things like ketchup are ½ point per 2 tablespoons, but when it's lighter, you can get away with a little bit more. So, for instance, I've got both in here, but my mayo's right at the back, so I'll just get this one out. This is light salad cream. And per 15 gram serving is 35 kcal and 0.2 saturated fat. So 15 gram serving, you're probably looking at about 2 tablespoons. That'll be about ½ point, if that. So it's about 2 points for this. So the whole pot of mayo is about 14 points, but I split that over, say, 6 sandwiches maybe. So you're looking at just over 2 points per serving of egg mayo, which is pretty good considering. Or egg salad cream, that's just the one that I happen to use this time. I don't think I really have anything else that I can show you. I know the values of loads and loads of food. Like a handful of pasta is 1 point, a handful of rice is 1 point. Bird's eye chicken char grills are 2 points each, things like that. So I can sometimes have a char grilled chicken pasta salad, which I have actually photographed before and people have said how good it looks, which will be 2 char grills and 3 handfuls of pasta, so it's only 7 points, and then I'll perhaps put a little bit of salad cream in there, or mayo, which is another ½ point, so it's 7.5 points for a meal, and that will fill me up, and I don't always eat it all. Sometimes I'll just eat half a bowl and put the other half in the fridge, so then it's only like 3.25, but you don't do 2.5 on Weight Watchers, it's either halves or wholes. So you could say 3 points, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's about it really. I haven't got loads and loads of tips. If you want to do the old style Weight Watchers, obviously they don't do classes for it anymore, but you can find out all the information online. There are websites that you can find out how many points you should have, because you have to base it on how much you weigh. It's mainly based on how much you weigh, the old style, your weight and your sex and your age. So obviously I'm 27, I weigh what I weigh, and I'm female, so that equals about 28 points. But whereas if Mark did Weight Watchers, he'd probably get about 34 because he's male, and obviously men have to have more calories than women. If I was going to put Imi on it, which obviously I wouldn't, but if I was going to put her on it, she'd probably get about 12 points a day because she's only little. But there are websites that you can go on to find it out. There are also websites to tell you exercise codes, like if you do 60 minutes of intense exercise and you weigh this much, then you'll earn, say, 14 points. It's all on the internet, just Google it and you'll find it. There are points calculators that you can buy, which you just put in your values from your food and it works out how many points it is. You can get those on eBay, you can get books on eBay. You can get things like this, which I actually need to throw these away because Imi broke them. These were my nan's. My nan gave them to me. These things are amazing because you can put cheese or nuts, you can put well, anything that needs to be weighed. So if you wanted some cheese, you could weigh it out, type it into here what sort of cheese it is. It will work out how many points it is for that amount that you've put on there. But Imi like squeezed them really hard and now they're broken, so I need to really bin those. But or I might give them to my dad. My dad's really good at fixing random stuff, so I might just give them to him. But that's about it for today. I haven't really got loads and loads of stuff to show you. I just wanted to show you a few bits and pieces, just show you what sort of things I eat, because I am so fussy. The thing with Weight Watchers is everything has a points value. It's like fruit and veg. Some fruit has points value, but it's never very high, and it's mainly because some fruits have natural sugars in them. So for instance, pineapple is very, very sweet, so normally a large serving of pineapple is about half a point or something, but I'm not hot on fruit because I don't eat it, unfortunately. Same with veg. Some veg has points. Things like potatoes has points because it's carbs. So but yeah, that's, I'm just looking around my kitchen to see if there's anything else. The other thing that I love, oh my god, I love orange juice. I love orange juice. It's like one of the best things in my life. It gives me really bad heartburn, but I love it. Now, a small glass of orange juice is 1 point. I'll normally have a glass that's like this height, but I only have it to about here, which I normally give myself 2 points for because I love orange juice so much. So you can have the things you like. This is the great thing that I love about Weight Watchers. You can eat whatever you want. If I wanted to go and have a KFC, I could have a KFC. You just have to allocate for it. And it's, some foods are obviously harder than others. Like if I wanted to have a whole pizza with cheese and pepperoni and everything, then that would be a hell of a lot of points. But for instance, my favourite takeaway is large plain chicken sheesh and a portion of chips. Well, a large chicken sheesh is only 5.5 points, which is amazing because the pitta is 2 points and the chicken is 3.5 because it's basically just over a breast and then it's the sauces. So it's 5.5 for a chicken sheesh, but a large one. And a normal chips is 7.5 points. So I can have takeaway for 13 points, which is amazing for a meal, especially a takeaway meal. And you can allocate for it. It's like wine. I don't drink wine as it is because I can't. I just don't like it. But I do like spritzers. I could have, say, a rosé wine spritzer. I love white wine, but it gives me a headache. I could have a rosé wine spritzer, and I can do it for half a point because a small glass of red wine or rosé or whatever is 1 point. Well, when I make spritzers, I make them really weak, and I make them with diet lemonade. So if you've only got half of a glass, that's half a point. So I could have 4 spritzers and it'd only be 2 points. Spirits are your lowest. Vodka is pretty much free. This is why a lot of people drink vodka. Or I think vodka actually might be either half a point or 1. So you could have a vodka and Diet Coke and it'd only be like half a point or 1 point. Something like that. I don't drink spirits, so I'm not 100%. But your sugary drinks are worse. A Desperado, which is the beer with the tequila in it, they're 2.5. Smirnoff Ice are 2.5. So if you're planning on going on a night out and having a binge, you would either be best to save up your points all week or just have a night off. It doesn't hurt to have a night off, it really doesn't. Sometimes it's better. My nan's done Weight Watchers for years and years. I'm talking like 20 plus years. She's been doing Weight Watchers, and not constantly, she does have breaks. And she used to get into a rut where she wouldn't lose anything. She wouldn't put on, but for like 3 or 4 weeks she wouldn't lose anything. So the lady who used to run the meeting said to her, have a cheat day, and it shocks your body back into it. So if you just constantly eat to your plan every day, your body will get used to it and it will slow it right down. Whereas if you have one day off where you just eat whatever you want, don't count, try and go over your points limit, and it will then wake your body up, and your body will be like, oh right, I've got to fight all this fat that's just come in, and it will start it all up again. So what I tend to do is I have one cheat day a week. I shouldn't really, but it's just the way that I've done it. I'm going to try and start limiting myself so that I have one cheat day either every 2 weeks or one cheat day every month. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop myself. If I have a really, really bad day, say I have a really shit day at work, or something happens, or I just really have a really bad day and I think, sod it, I want to have a pizza tonight, or, which, to be fair, I don't really eat pizza anymore because it makes me feel sick, but if I think, right, I'm going to have a Chinese tonight, I'm going to have a takeaway, oh, well, I can't, I'm having my points, I'm not going to stop myself. If I want to have one night of naughtiness, then I'm going to, and that's the way you've got to look at it. Some people get so into it and think, I must do this, I must be regimented, I must not come off of my plan, and I think that's a very boring way to live your life. I'm really sorry if there's anybody out there who does live like that, but I just think that's a very boring existence. I know quite a few people on YouTube who are doing different weight loss journeys, whether it be Slimming World or Weight Watchers or different types of diet, but I know people like Elaine and Lisa would agree with me in saying that if you have a bad day and you want to cheat, then you will, and you might feel a bit bad about it afterwards, but at the end of the day we only live once, don't we? And I don't think you should spend your entire existence not enjoying yourself. And if you really feel like you need to have a cheat day, it's like, I know Elaine likes McDonald's, and I know Lisa loves like Italian food. If you feel that you've had a really bad day and you think that having something really yummy and nice is going to cheer you up, then you need to do it. And I know Elaine's done it before. When she's vlogged and she's like, oh, I've had a naughty McDonald's, but I really enjoyed it. Or Lisa's like, oh, I've had a pizza and I've really enjoyed it. Something like that. And I just think there's nothing wrong with that, because you're going to get straight back into it tomorrow. It's not like you're going to say, oh, I'm going to have this McDonald's, and then the next day go, sod it, I'm not going to diet anymore. It's not like that. You're just letting yourself go for one day, and it helps you get back on track. It helps you think, yeah, I really enjoyed that last night, but now I'm going to focus again. And that's just me. That's just the way I look about it. So I'm going to shut up. This was meant to be like a little 4 or 5 minute video that I was going to put in my vlog, but it's now 23 minutes, so this is going to have to be a completely separate vlog. Oops. You know me, I like to chat when I get going. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little... I don't really know what this was. It wasn't like hints or anything. It was just basically telling you what values some naughty foods are to try and help you out a bit. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.